What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Sunshine Way. I am your lovely host Chiya, and welcome back to I've been feeling a little under the weather since I posted my last video, so I just wanted to get something up for y'all. This is a video that I've kind of had planned for a little bit, but I wanted to wait until my baby turned 6 months, which he just turned 6 months, January the 6th. But I wanted to wait until he turned 6 months before I kind of narrow down my list. But in today's video, we're going to be talking about 10 things that I wish I would have known about, like postpartum and having a newborn before I had the baby. So I'm so excited about today's video because these are one of these videos that I watched endlessly when I was preparing to have my baby, like trying to figure out all the things that I need to know. And no, I will not address every single thing, but these 10 things, I feel like I needed that confirmation and that reassurance of these things prior to me having my beautiful baby boy. So let's get right into that list. If you are a new mom, please comment down below any other things that I don't list, or if you are currently or have experienced these things after having your baby in postpartum. So the first thing that I put down was, I wish I would have known like how foggy I would have been. I would say like probably it wasn't until the end of month 4 that I really feel like that fog began to lift. And by fog, I mean like you just kind of like in this gaze. At first you're in the newborn bubble, and then you're in this gaze of trying to transition your life and figure him out and allow the baby to figure themselves out, as well as like going back to work, trying to figure that out. So you constantly feel like you're just in this bubble, in this fog, and like it's almost like you're watching life from a third party position, like sometimes you don't even realize how much time has passed by, or sometimes you like gaze off and then or like stare off and you're like, oh wow, and it's like you don't feel any like full full thing or anything like that. It's just kind of like you're in a huge fog. The next thing I put was my body would lose so much muscle from breastfeeding. So when I was pregnant, I was so worried about like, oh, I'm going to gain so much weight and I'm going to have trouble losing weight, which I know that is a lot of other people's, difficulties or thought process. And so I thought that's what I was going to experience. But I would like other people to know that like, especially when you're breastfeeding, you can lose a lot of muscle mass. Like right now, my body barely has any fat, and like people would say like, oh, you snap back and stuff like that, but really I didn't snap back, because to snap back would be like your body is, quote unquote what you would want it to be, whatever that even really means. But like I have no muscle mass. Like I have no butt. I have no muscles or biceps in my arm. I have no muscles in my legs. And like I just look like someone just sucked every bit of fat and muscle that I had in me, which I guess technically my baby boy did, but I didn't think that that would happen. I thought that I would have trouble losing weight. And then also, once I seen like my body start going that way, I thought, oh man, like good, I'm not going to have a hard time losing weight. But it has still mentally affected me, like looking at my body, and I'm like, wait a minute, like this is not what I expected my body to look like. And what can I do to gain my muscle back? And I'm just proud of my body, yes, and that doesn't take away from me being proud of my body or proud of what God created my body to do, but it is definitely something that I think about consistently, about how my body has changed since having a baby. The next thing that I wish I would have known would be postpartum depression, or what people sometimes call baby blues, can come in waves. It was like a little bit before Christmas break. I started feeling like these waves of feeling down, feeling low, feeling blues. And so I haven't experienced, thank you God, haven't experienced like any like deep postpartum postpartum depression, but I have had these waves of lowness, or these waves of feeling like I'm so overwhelmed, I just want to shut myself away type thing. Or like, this is a lot going on. Or being overstimulated, because being with a newborn and having a newborn, especially when you're breastfeeding, like, you are constantly being touched, you're constantly being pulled from, and all that type of stuff. And so it can be overstimulating and overwhelming. So I just wish I would have known that that's a possibility, that I could feel that overstimulation and that overwhelmingness, especially feeling those baby blues and waves, because I'm like expecting like, oh, you either gonna get postpartum depression in the first month of after having the baby, or you just gonna be good. But it can come in waves, and it can, you know, be in and out. The next thing I put is your body will heal how it needs to. So I hear all the time about people, you know, getting cleared from the doctor within, you know, this certain amount of weeks and all this type of stuff. It literally took my body to heal and get cleared to exercise and all that type of stuff. It took about 8 to 10 weeks for that to even happen. I had to, even after I went back to work, I had to go back to the doctor for them to check me again. And I did have a 2-degree tear. I think it was 2-degree tear. And so that could have been the issue, but she also was just saying there's a lot of factors in, excuse me, how you can heal and things like that. Next thing I put, so just give your body time to heal. Like, don't be in a rush, and don't put expectations on it, because I started feeling like a little bit sad, a little bit bad, because I'm like, okay, or like a little bit scared or nervous, like, oh, is my body not healing? But your body is built to do this, and your body will heal when it needs to, in the timely manner that it needs to. The next thing that I put is breastfeeding can take up to 6 to 7 weeks to be consistent and normal. Right when my baby turned a month, I was sitting right over on that couch that I'm sitting across from, crying to my husband, because my baby would not consistently latch and consistently eat, and I was pumping like a freaking factory, in which I know some people have to do because their baby don't latch at all. But I was like, I wanted him to nurse. I wanted to have that experience. I wanted to get it done. And so I kept going back to the lactation consultants and stuff like that. But it literally took about 6 to 7 weeks before every single time he was latching and fully feeding for the full amount of time and stuff like that. And then there was times where he would do it at the lactation appointment, and then when I get home, it wouldn't. And it was hard to be consistent, and it was hard to not feel defeated and to push through and power through. So if your baby don't get it in the first week, if your baby don't get it in the first 2 weeks, unless they have, like, you know, a issue where they can't latch because of the way their mouth is or the way their tongue is, that's fine. But like, don't feel too bad. Like, keep pushing. If that's something that you want to do and something that you want to experience, keep like trying to make it happen. Next thing is being present is more important now than ever. And that's like just saying, like, basically enjoying the day and the hour and the time that you is, my baby waking up, enjoying the day and the time that you're in right now is more important than ever, because I'm looking up and my baby is 6 months already, and I can't believe it. It goes by so fast, especially with being in that fog. It goes by so fast. Let me pick him up. Present is more important now than ever, because your baby is going to grow really fast, as well as, like, especially if you're a working mom, or even if you're a stay-at-home mom and you got all these duties and tasks to do, it's easy to like let the day pass you by, and then like your baby didn't receive, you know, everything. But don't be feeling that mom guilt. Mom guilt is real, but just try to be as present as possible, because they're only gonna be this age for a little bit of time, and you just, you know, you gotta love them. Look at this baby, he's so cute. Yum yum, yum yum. He's so cute. Hi. Anyways, I got 4 more. Sorry. My next thing would be diapers and clothing for the most part go exactly with their weight and their age, at least unless you have like a baby that just might be on the smaller side, which is fine, or a baby that's on the larger side, because we love the chunk babies. But like for the most part, his diapers and his clothing have went with his age. Now he has been a little chunky in some areas, so some stuff depending on the clothing brand might be a little snug, but like for the most part, his diapers and his clothing has gone with the weight. So don't like overthink that. It will naturally flow into the next diaper size, naturally flow into the next clothing size. It's at least for this first 6 months I'm speaking. And then the last two things, a nursing pillow is critical when a baby is so small. So when they're the first 2 months of their life and you're trying to breastfeed, like that nursing pillow is like so helpful, because it lifts them up, is able to level them right here right across your chest, so that they can feed appropriately and they can latch appropriately. It just helps so much, and it's so comfortable. It's better on your back and all that type of stuff. But like now that like he's the size that he is, like I haven't used a nursing pillow in probably about 2 or 3 months. But like those first 2 to 3 months, I would say, or at least those first 2 months, like I feel like it was so helpful on my back and so helpful to me. Yes, it was extra work or stuff in a way sometimes, but it was very helpful to just lay him on there and him being able to be very level with my breasts. And then the last thing would be that eventually you will get it. Like I remember crying multiple times and like texting my sisters and texting my mama, texting some of my friends who, you know, have babies, and I'm just like so stressed because I'm like, okay, can I do this? And or I'm like, why is this happening? Or I'm like stressed up, why he not doing this? And I'm sure that will continue to happen as he continues to develop and stuff like that. But like eventually you will get it. Eventually I will learn how to do this thing as a mother. Eventually he will learn how to do whatever it is and reach that milestone. Like we're both, you know, present. We're both loving each other. We're both healthy, and that's all that matters. Like eventually you will get it. Don't let people beat you up. Don't let people push you into mom guilt. Don't push yourself into mom guilt, or don't like put yourself on this high standard because you see a baby rolling over. Because some babies roll over at 2 months. This baby didn't roll over to 4 months. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's fine. Eventually he will get it, and eventually I will get it, whatever the case may be. So that is all we have for today. Me and Salem. Salem, tell the people hey. Tell the people hey. He looking at my inhaler. Tell the people hey. Say hey. Anyways, so if you like this video, I just had to put up something really quick for y'all, because I'm not really feeling too well, so y'all probably won't get something for the next couple of days. Trying to get over this cough and stuff like that and make sure he's good. So if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, and make sure you tap that notification bell so you can be notified every time your girl upload. And remember, be humble, be inspiring. What we tell them, Salem, be kind, y'all. And what? And don't forget to shine. I see y'all on the next one. Tell them, say peace. Say bye. He just woke up from his little nap, so he ain't really talking. But bye, y'all.